Well, hello, welcome back to Yard Sale Squad. Today's video is a little bit of a different video. It is not about frugal living, it is not about secondhand shopping. Unfortunately, it is about how to de-skunk your car. So you've probably landed here either by unfortunate circumstances or just to have a good laugh. So either way, I'm gonna take you through and show you what I am doing to de-skunk our car. So we were on our way home from church last night and there was a skunk waddling in the road and we actually straddled it. I looked and the little circulate button for like circulating air in the car was on. So I thought, okay, we're in the clear. And then Andy grabbed her nose and said, "Ooh, skunk." And it was so pungent, even with that circulate air button on, even with all the windows shut, it was so pungent that our eyes were burning. I really just think it is so awful, but also so amazing how incredibly powerful these little critters are. So, as luck would have it, this actually is not the first time this has happened to me. This happened to me earlier this year, as a matter of fact, and the skunk was actually not living in that circumstance. I straddled it, and I mean, so bad, so bad. All right, so I'm just gonna take you through the first few steps. So if you should run over a skunk, or worse yet, if you should happen to hit a skunk, the first thing that you should do when you get home is take off everything you are wearing that is fabric and put it in the washing machine. It was interesting, on the way home, I kept smelling my clothes and all I could smell was what my clothes were supposed to smell like, because my environment smelled so much like skunk. Even Abram said, "I don't think our clothes stink. I think when we get in, we'll be fine." Once we got into our home and we were removed from that skunk smell, we could immediately smell it on our clothing. So that is the first step. We washed them with detergent on warm water. I mean, right as soon as we got in the door. The next thing, if you are in an area where you are able, if you have a carport or a garage, or you just live in the country and you can just take all your valuables out, open all the doors. So if you notice behind me, all the doors, the back hatch, everything is open to let fresh air in. The next thing that I did was I sprayed down the surfaces with vinegar. This is undiluted, pure white vinegar. I just put it in a spray bottle. I actually used an old bottle of my tried and true Puracy spot remover. I used this on oily and like grease stains. So I just cleaned this bottle up. I used some lemon essential oil to get that label off, and now I have a really good spray bottle. So I did vinegar in that and I sprayed it on the dash, the insides of the doors, the leather of the seats, any surface I could spray it on, I did. The next thing that I did, and you could actually combine this with that first step, is remove anything fabric in your car that you can. So floor mats, but also like I had a couple bags of clothes that were too small for the kids that were supposed to be donated. Now they have to be washed. So lesson to me and a lesson to you, just take your donation things right away. But yes, we all know that you hold on to odors. Your clothing holds on to odors. And we were having the discussion, this is why a lot of times people have odors and they can't smell them, because you're become, what is the Febreze commercial? You become nose blind. So you can't smell these things anymore, even though they are very much on you. So remove every bit of fabric that you can from your car, clothing, floor mats, things that you were going to donate, just anything. Throw it in the wash with detergent on a warm cycle. It's at least a very beautiful fall day, so I don't mind that I'm working outside. I just don't care for the smell too much. So the next step is to sprinkle baking soda all over your carpets. So now that I've taken the mats out, I can just do this straight on the carpet. I'm gonna leave it for most of the day and then I'll vacuum it up later. This is gonna really help to absorb those odors. As I'm doing this here, I'm realizing that I'm also concerned about the car seats holding on to odor. I don't know if I'm going to completely take them apart and wash all of the padding. I probably should. I'm at least going to remove them and sprinkle them with baking soda and sit them in the sun. And then we'll see how they are, you know, midday. But I'm at least going to get them out of the car. Yeah, babe. Yeah. I kind of feel like this is nature's way of making me clean out and vacuum my car. So then after that, there's a couple of things that I'm going to do to try to absorb more of that smell and to promote good smells in its place. So the first thing is I have a little bowl of coffee grounds, and coffee grounds are really good at neutralizing odors. So I have that sitting in one of the cup holders. I also have a few pieces of toilet tissue. You can use cotton balls, really anything that is sort of like a fabric. And I've put essential oils. So I just have lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and I have those sort of stuck in the air vents. And finally, the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a car wash today. From my research online, you need to wash your car, but especially the undercarriage, because that is where all of the stink is. So that's kind of the agenda for today. All right, so much later, it's the evening now. Here are the mats for the car. So I washed them in the washing machine and then I just laid them out here. They're almost dry. I don't think they smell like skunk anymore. Let's go and I'll give you an update on the actual car. So I'm over here just now sniffing the car seats, and I do think they smell a little like skunk. So I mean, it's not strong, but I want it to be gone completely. So I don't know. I might take these all off and wash them and then have to watch a video of how to put them back together, which I don't enjoy, but I might do it. Spent $8 on a car wash. It was like the next to the highest level. It was called the deluxe, I think. And the main thing that you want to make sure with the car wash is that you get one that cleans the undercarriage. If you've hit a skunk or you've straddled a skunk and you don't hit the underneath of your car with soap and water, then you're not going to get to the problem. I do still smell it, but it's not as strong as it was. I've left the baking soda all day, and we've luckily had a homeschool day today. Today's not one of our days where we go out to school, so the car has literally just sat like this all day. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just pulling all the way under the covered area of the carport, and that way I can leave my windows down and still get the air circulating through. It's very possible I might go through a car wash again tomorrow, but I mean, tomorrow I have to drive my car, so I'll just, for the next week, I'm probably just going to be prefacing my conversation with people by saying, sorry if I smell like skunk. A skunk sprayed my car. It is what it is. So I will touch base with you guys maybe in a few days and let you know how it is. Like so many things in life, there is not just a quick fix. There are definitely things you can do to help. Definitely smart things that don't cost a lot of money. Someone did share with me that there are specific cleaners if your car gets sprayed, if your dog gets sprayed, and so I'll put a picture of that here. But there are definitely things that you can do with things that you probably already have in your house to help the process. But then other than that, it's just time. It's just waiting for the smell to dissipate. I do think that swiftness is key. You know, by putting our clothes in the wash as soon as we got home, we prevented the house, hopefully, from smelling like skunk. I don't think it smells like skunk. Right now it smells like lasagna, which I much prefer to skunk. Earlier when I sprayed the vinegar, Andy came out and said, ooh, it smells like vinegar. And I said, vinegar is much better, much preferred than skunk. So anyway, now we just wait. All right, it is now Wednesday, so it's been a couple of days. I just vacuumed out that baking soda, and now I'm getting ready to do one more spray down of the seats. I think I will do one more car wash tomorrow just to kind of really get underneath the car again, because I think that would be helpful. I'm going to do one more spray down of the seats. Last time I did pure white vinegar. This time I have like a DIY cleaner. This is something that Hillary has shared from Old World Home, and it's just a mixture of vinegar and dish soap and water. So I'm just going to spray the seats and the dash down with that. Well, hey guys, it is actually a couple weeks later. I knew that I had some other videos that I really wanted to get posted that were fall related, that were related to my Project 33 thing that I'm doing. So I knew that this video would get pushed back a bit. The deskunking part was really only part one of this video. And the next thing that I'm wanting to do in relation to my car is kind of stock it for winter. I've never really done this before, but I've just been thinking about car care and car safety, just thinking about taking care of our car, but then also making sure that we're ready for cooler weather. You know, if we happened to have a flat tire, if we happened to need to check the air in our tires, if we got stranded somewhere, would we have stuff to keep us warm and stuff to drink and stuff to eat just until we got some help? Definitely not being paranoid, but just like thinking of what are some things that I could put in my car. So the couple of things that I'm already going to do is I'm going to make sure that everybody has a spare jacket in the back of the car. And that's not even just like an emergency thing, although, you know, of course it could be. It's also just, you know, somebody forgets to bring a jacket, we have one with us. So I'm going to make sure that we have designated 4 jackets that stay in the car. I'm also going to put a quilt or a blanket back there. And so I guess maybe I'll just keep one back there year round, because in the summer I usually keep one for outdoor things and picnics. So I guess I'll just keep a blanket in the back year round. But I also might add some of those little small water bottles and some snacks. But I have a little hidden compartment under one of the floor mats, and I think I might put the snacks there so that they really are emergency snacks and that the kids don't always know that they're there. I don't necessarily want this to be like, oh, these are snacks for any time. I want this to be, you know, we need them and there they are. So with that being said, if you have any tips for things that you keep stocked in your car, or things that you do car maintenance wise for as the weather gets cooler, just leave those down below. I think that it would be nice for everybody to kind of see those tips. It is a beautiful Sunday here. We have laundry going, dishes going. We had a wonderful morning at church, and we're headed back for prayer meeting here in just a bit. But the sun is shining. I am like in my lounge clothes. It has just been a wonderful Sunday. I don't ask this often, but if you watch my channel and if you enjoy my videos, would you please give it a thumbs up and subscribe? I try to not plug that every video because I feel like it gets sort of annoying, but it really is nice when people share it and subscribe, and that helps the video reach other people. So if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, if your car suffered the same unfortunate fate as mine and got skunked, just give this video a like and please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will talk to you next time.